Come with me, and let us rise gently into the warm morning air. Below us, the world begins to shrink, yet its true character starts to reveal itself in the most wonderful way. We are floating now, like a feather on a soft breeze, high above the beautiful city of Cartagena. The sounds of the streets, the calls of vendors, and the music from open doorways all fade into a gentle hum. The sun is just beginning to cast its golden light, painting everything in shades of orange and yellow, promising a day filled with warmth and discovery. Our drone, a silent observer in this vast expanse, glides forward with an almost imperceptible movement. We are not rushing, there is no need to hurry. The purpose of our journey is to simply watch, to see and to feel the incredible peace that comes from this unique perspective. The city unfolds beneath us like a map created by an artist. Now, our gentle flight takes us directly over the heart of Cartagena, its treasured old city. Encased within its famous stone walls, this part of the city is a world unto itself. From our vantage point, it looks like a beautiful, intricate tapestry woven with threads of different colors and textures. The streets form a complex pattern, a labyrinth waiting to be explored. But up here, we see the larger picture. We see the organized clusters of colonial houses, the open squares that act as communal living rooms, and the grand churches whose towers punctuate the skyline like proud exclamation marks. The colors are simply astonishing. The rooftops are a sea of rich, earthy terracotta tiles, baked by the sun for generations, but peeking out from between them are the brilliant colors of the building facades. We can see splashes of vibrant yellow, deep cobalt blue, fiery orange, and soft pastel pink. These are the colors of the Caribbean, a joyful celebration of life that is painted directly onto the architecture. This part of the city, known as the Walled City or Ciudad Amurallada, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This special recognition is given to places of immense cultural or physical significance. It was one of the most important ports in the Americas during the Spanish colonial era, a place where riches were gathered before being sent to Europe. This history of wealth and importance is etched into every stone and every balcony. Our slow drift allows us to ponder this deep history, to imagine the tall ships that once filled its harbor. As we hover here, suspended between the blue sky and this colorful mosaic, a sense of peace descends. We are far from the lively bustle of the streets below, where flower sellers arrange their bright bouquets and horse-drawn carriages make their gentle, clip-clopping journeys. Let us descend a little closer, not to disturb the peace, but to get a better look at the remarkable sea of rooftops. They are not uniform. They are a collection of different shapes, sizes, and angles, creating a wonderfully textured surface. The dominant color is the warm reddish-brown of terracotta tiles. These tiles have sheltered generations of families from the tropical sun and the seasonal rains. They are a traditional and practical choice, but together they create an image of incredible warmth and unity. They flow across the city like a slow-moving river of clay, connecting one historic building to the next in a continuous flowing line. Look carefully, and you will see signs of life on these rooftops. Many have been transformed into private sanctuaries. We can see small gardens with vibrant green plants and colorful flowers spilling out of pots. These rooftop oases offer a secret escape from the busy world below. You might spot a comfortable chair tucked into a shady corner, or a hammock strung between two posts, gently swaying in the sea breeze. These are the hidden spaces where residents find their moments of calm. They show us that even in a densely packed city, people find ingenious ways to connect with nature and create their own little pockets of paradise. Among the terracotta tiles, you will also notice the flat roofs of more modern restorations, some with small pools that glitter like sapphires in the sunlight. Balconies, a signature feature of Cartagena's architecture, jut out from the buildings below. From our view, we can see the intricate wooden latticework and the bright bougainvillea flowers that climb up their posts, adding splashes of vivid pink and purple to the scene. These balconies are not just decorative, they are functional, designed to catch the cooling breezes and provide shade, making life in this tropical climate more comfortable. They are an essential part of the city's unique architectural language. This collection of rooftops tells a story of continuity and change. The old weathered tiles sit alongside newer, brighter ones, showing how the city is constantly being cared for and preserved. We are not just looking at roofs, we are looking at the crown of the city, a protective layer that holds centuries of stories within its embrace. As we float above it all, we can appreciate the sheer artistry of the people who built and have maintained this place. Now, let our gaze drift towards the edges of the old city, to the magnificent structure that defines its boundary. We are looking at the city walls, Las Murallas. These are not just walls. They are colossal stone sentinels that have stood guard over Cartagena for more than 400 years. From our aerial perspective, we can trace their entire length, a formidable ribbon of stone that hugs the coastline and encloses the precious city within. They snake their way around the peninsula, their surfaces weathered by centuries of salty air, tropical sun, and the occasional cannonball from a long-forgotten battle. These walls were built for a very important reason. Cartagena was a key port for the Spanish Empire, a place where gold, silver, and other treasures from the continent were stored before their long journey across the Atlantic. This immense wealth made the city a prime target for pirates and privateers. The walls, therefore, were a necessity for survival. They were built over a period of nearly 200 years, a monumental feat of engineering and labor. As we fly alongside them, we can see the triangular bastions that jut out at strategic points, designed to provide defenders with clear lines of fire against any approaching enemy ships. Today, the walls serve a different purpose. They are no longer instruments of war, but a place of peace and recreation. From our view, we can see people strolling along the wide top of the wall, enjoying the panoramic views of the Caribbean Sea on one side and the charming city on the other. They are a popular spot for watching the sunset, when the sky explodes in a riot of orange, pink, and purple hues. The cannons that still sit in their embrasures are now silent, serving as a powerful reminder of the city's turbulent past, while tourists pose beside them for photographs. The threat is gone, but the strength remains. Floating above them, we can appreciate the walls as a single, cohesive masterpiece. They connect the city to the sea, acting as a bridge between its history and its present. They are a symbol of Cartagena's resilience, its ability to withstand attacks and to endure through the centuries. They protected the city's treasures then, and they protect its precious heritage now. Our silent flight along their length offers a moment of reflection on the passage of time and the incredible human effort that went into creating such an enduring and beautiful monument. They are the strong arms that have held Cartagena safe for centuries. Let us now turn our attention away from the city and towards the vast open expanse of the Caribbean Sea. From our elevated position, the water is a mesmerizing spectacle of shifting colors. Close to the shore, where the water is shallow, it is a pale, translucent turquoise, so clear that you can almost see the sandy bottom. As we look further out, the color deepens into a rich sapphire, and then a dark, mysterious navy blue in the deepest parts. The line where the sky meets the sea, the horizon, is a crisp, perfect line, creating a sense of infinite space and endless possibility. It is a truly humbling sight. The surface of the sea is alive with gentle motion. The trade winds, a constant and reliable feature of this region, create a pattern of tiny, sparkling waves that catch the sunlight like a million scattered diamonds. We can see the dark shapes of small islands dotted in the distance, the Rosario Islands, famous for their coral reefs and pristine beaches. They look like little green jewels set in a sea of blue. A few boats cut across the water, from small, colorful fishing vessels to larger tourist catamarans, their white sails bright against the deep blue backdrop. They move with a quiet grace, part of the sea's natural rhythm. The sea has always been the heart of Cartagena's identity. It was the highway for trade, the source of food, and the gateway to the wider world. It brought people from Europe, Africa, and other parts of the Americas, creating the rich and diverse culture that defines the city today. This mix of cultures is what makes Cartagena so special, a truly Caribbean city on the Colombian mainland. The music, the food, the art, and the spirit of the people are all infused with the influence of the sea. It is a constant and powerful presence in their daily lives, a source of both livelihood and inspiration. As we hover here in the quiet air between the sun and the water, we can feel the profound peace that the sea offers. There is a sense of calm and tranquility that comes from watching its steady, rhythmic breathing. The gentle lapping of the waves against the shore is a sound that has soothed souls for millennia. From our aerial viewpoint, we are disconnected from the noise and activity of the world, and we can simply appreciate the pure, elemental beauty of the ocean. It is a reminder of the power and majesty of the natural world, a perfect and timeless counterpart to the man-made wonders of the city behind us. Let us now guide our silent drone towards another vital part of the city, the port of Cartagena. As we approach, the scene changes from historic tranquility to modern industry. This is where the city connects with the global economy. From above, the port is a fascinating and organized world of its own. We can see enormous container ships like giant building blocks docked neatly alongside the quays. Their decks are stacked high with colorful containers in red, blue, green, and yellow arranged in precise patterns. These containers hold goods from all over the world, a testament to Cartagena's continuing importance as a major hub for international trade. Giant cranes, like metallic giraffes, stand tall along the waterfront. We can watch them in their slow, deliberate dance, lifting the heavy containers from the ships and placing them onto trucks, or vice versa. Their movements are surprisingly graceful for such massive machines. Below them, a fleet of trucks and vehicles moves in an intricate, well-choreographed ballet, transporting the containers to and from the storage yards. The entire area is a hive of activity, but from our high and distant viewpoint, it all appears orderly and systematic. It is the modern heartbeat of the city, pumping goods and commerce in and out. The port is not just for cargo. We can also see the cruise ship terminal, a sleek and modern facility designed to welcome visitors from around the globe. A huge, gleaming white cruise ship might be docked there, towering over everything around it. These ships bring thousands of tourists to Cartagena, eager to explore the history and beauty of the walled city. The port is their first impression of Colombia, and its efficiency and scale are a source of national pride. It represents the country's connection to the world and its role in the 21st century global community, a modern legacy built upon centuries of maritime history. Observing the port from the sky gives us a unique appreciation for the complex systems that support our modern lives. We rarely see this side of a city, the engine room that keeps it running. Yet it is just as much a part of Cartagena's story as the ancient walls and colorful streets. It shows the city as not just a museum piece, but a dynamic, thriving metropolis that looks to the future while honoring its past. The contrast between the slow, timeless pace of the old city and the fast-paced efficiency of the port is striking, and from here we can see how they coexist in perfect functional harmony. Our journey now takes us along the coastline to a different part of the city, the modern peninsula of Bocagrande. From the air, the contrast with the old city is immediate and dramatic. Where before we saw a low-rise tapestry of colonial rooftops, we now see a forest of tall white skyscrapers reaching for the sky. This is Cartagena's modern face, its version of Miami or Copacabana, and separating these towering buildings from the blue Caribbean Sea is a long, curving ribbon of golden-brown sand. This is the beach of Bocagrande, a playground for residents and visitors alike, and a beautiful sight from our aerial perch. The beach stretches for miles, a wide and inviting expanse. From up here, we can see the gentle curve of the shoreline as it follows the line of the peninsula. The waves that roll in here are often gentle, their white foam creating a soft, lacy edge along the sand. We can see rows of beach umbrellas, or carpus, arranged in neat lines, creating a colorful pattern of blue, red, and yellow dots on the sand. People below look like tiny figures, some sunbathing, some playing in the water, and others strolling along the water's edge. It is a scene of leisure and relaxation, the city at play. The water here is a beautiful shade of blue-green, and we can see jet skis and banana boats creating white wakes as they zip across the surface, their tiny passengers enjoying a moment of thrilling speed. The beach is a place of energy and fun, a stark contrast to the quiet, historical reverence of the walled city. Yet both are essential parts of Cartagena's appeal. The city offers the chance to step back in time and the opportunity to enjoy all the pleasures of a modern beach resort, all within a few minutes of each other. This duality is part of what makes it such a unique and beloved destination. As we glide slowly above this scene of sun and sand, we can appreciate the simple beauty of a day at the beach. It is a universal pleasure, a place where people from all walks of life come to relax and connect with the sea. The view from above strips away the noise and the crowds, leaving only the beautiful patterns of color and form, the golden sand, the blue water, the white buildings, and the colorful dots of the umbrellas. It is a peaceful and happy scene, a perfect picture of life on the Caribbean coast, enjoyed under the warm and generous sun. Let us return for a final, closer look at the streets of the old city. From our position, we cannot walk them, but we can trace their paths from above. They are not straight and wide like the avenues of a modern city. Instead, they are narrow and winding, forming a delightful labyrinth that twists and turns. This design was intentional. The narrow streets create shade, providing relief from the powerful tropical sun, and their confusing layout was also thought to be a defensive measure, designed to disorient any invaders who might manage to breach the outer walls. Today, they simply add to the city's charm and mystery. Even though we are high up, we can see signs of the vibrant life that fills these streets. We can see the tops of the horse-drawn carriages, the coches, as they make their slow and romantic journeys through the maze. We can spot the bright colors of the palenqueras, the famous fruit sellers who carry bowls of tropical fruit on their heads, their dresses a rainbow of color against the historic backdrop. The streets are the veins of the city, and they are filled with a constant flow of life, music, and commerce. We can imagine the sounds and smells wafting up to us on the warm air. The city's many squares or plazas are clearly visible from our aerial viewpoint. They are the open-air hearts of the neighborhoods, spaces where the community comes together. We can see the green canopy of trees in the Plaza de Bolivar, or the open expanse of the Plaza de los Coches. These squares are where children play, where friends meet for a coffee, and where dancers sometimes perform in the evenings. They are essential breathing spaces in the dense urban fabric, offering moments of openness and light. From above, they look like beautiful green and stone clearings in the forest of rooftops, anchoring the community. This intricate network of streets and squares is what makes exploring Cartagena on foot such a joyous adventure. Every turn reveals a new surprise, a hidden courtyard, a beautifully carved doorway, or a balcony overflowing with brilliant flowers. While our aerial journey gives us a magnificent overview of the city's grand design, it is this intimate, human-scale detail that truly captures the heart. As we hover above, we can appreciate both the grand plan and the tiny, beautiful details that make it up. It is a city designed for people, a place that invites you to get lost and discover its secrets one step at a time. Our journey is now coming to an end. It is time to begin our slow, gentle descent back to the ground. As we float downwards, the sounds of the city gradually return, not as a harsh noise, but as a welcome symphony of life. The panoramic view begins to resolve back into individual details. A single church bell tower, a specific colorful building, the leaves of a palm tree swaying in the breeze. The immense scale of the city we saw from above gives way once more to the intimate human world. But the memory of that vast, peaceful vista will stay with us for a very long time. Looking at Cartagena from the sky has given us a special gift. It has allowed us to see the city not as a collection of separate parts, but as a single, beautiful whole. We have seen how the historic old city, the modern skyline, the protective walls, the busy port, and the endless blue sea all fit together in perfect harmony. It is a perspective that reveals the deep connections between history, nature, and human life. This aerial view fosters a sense of wonder and a deep appreciation for the vision and effort that it took to create and sustain such a remarkable place on Earth. The feeling that remains is one of profound peace. High above the hustle and bustle, in the quiet embrace of the sky, we found a place of tranquility. We watched the timeless rhythms of the sea and the slow, steady pulse of life in the city below. This peacefulness is perhaps the greatest secret that Cartagena reveals from the air. It reminds us that even in a vibrant living city, there are moments of stillness and beauty to be found if we only change our perspective. The view from above is a meditation, a chance to see the world with fresh eyes and a calm heart. As we touch down, The world returns to its normal size, but our understanding of it has expanded. We have carried a piece of that sky-high serenity back down with us. Cartagena is a jewel of the Caribbean, a city of stories, colors, and incredible resilience. To see it from above is to understand its soul, to appreciate its beauty on a grand scale, and to feel the enduring peace that lies at its heart. The flight may be over, but the image of this magnificent city, cradled between the land and the sea, will remain etched in our minds as a perfect picture of peace and wonder.